Yes. Okay. We're on live. Hey guys. Hey. Well, here we go. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is the Strong Moms Wellness Wednesday, our weekly live training session. I pop in here each week to bring you just new topics on women's health and fitness, nutrition, mindset, lifestyle, all all the things that we need, right? And if you're tuning in with me live, I would love for you to check into the comments down below. That just lets me know who's taking action, who's hanging out with me. Let me pull this up, make sure we're on Facebook. And I love to engage and interact with you on these. So definitely pop over and let me know that you're there. Let me move this out of the way. Okay, cool. So yeah, if you're jumping in, let me know that you're here. Really excited. If you are new to Strong Moms, or maybe this is your first session, your first training that you're getting to check out, I want you to know I'm all about helping you be more mindful, more body confident, and just fit for your life. There are no gimmicks here, no diet culture garbage, no fads, no products. This is not an MLM. This is real moms showing up with a real coach. I'm a real mom, a real person just like you. And I'm certified as a prenatal and postpartum women's fitness specialist, specifically in abdominal rehab, and also a certified consistency coach. What does that mean? Being a consistency coach is really fun because it means I'm trained in a unique set of tools and strategies based on the science of the brain and the psychological drivers behind our successful long-term behavior change. And if you are currently enrolled in the Best Self Bootcamp and participating in the brain training this week, let me know in the comments how that's going for you. Give it a shout out. Hey, Lydia, how are you? Happy Wednesday. So glad to see you. But yeah, I love it. Like I said, no MLMs or products in here. Everything in Strong Moms is created by me for you. So your feedback is always so important, which is why I'm pumped for today's session, because today's session is an AMA, which stands for Ask Me Anything. And it's basically like if you and I went out for coffee, or well, I don't drink coffee, but maybe smoothies or whatever. And we just chatted about your health. We chatted about fitness and any questions that you had on your mind. Hey, Kara. Oh, I'm so glad you jumped in. So AMA sessions are a lot of fun. You can ask questions anytime. Like you can post questions just right in the group and tag me so I can see it and I'll get right into it with you. Or you can submit your questions on a form if you'd rather them be maybe anonymous, or if you have several questions that you want to ask, you can always submit the question form. And actually, I can drop a link for it down here. So it's really easy for you to like grab and save. Let me do that real quick while you guys are jumping on. So here is the question form. You can submit that anytime. Cool. So what I've done is I've pulled some questions from our question form, and there was a couple in the group, and I've grouped them by category: fitness, nutrition, and mindset. And I'm going to start off with our fitness questions today. We had a couple. The first one that I want to talk about was actually asked by Amber Carlisle, who's actually just an amazing positive force in our community, by the way. So Amber, I'm giving you a shout out. She just always shows up with so much authenticity, and I really appreciate seeing your journey in real time unfolding, and just keep showing up like that, because that's what we're about in here. So Amber was saying that she's focusing more on weights, wanting to get stronger. And she asked, how do I make an efficient workout plan? How do I tell if I'm pushing my body enough? And if you are interested in strength training, if you're watching this training right now live, or if you're catching the replay, you can say like replay. So I know that you're here taking action, and you're interested in strength training, getting stronger, how to be efficient with your workouts, give me one of those like little strong arm emojis, or just a fun gift below. Let me know that this is something that you're also thinking about or wanting or have interest in. It is definitely easy to overcomplicate this process. There's just an infinite number of exercises, sets, and reps and programs to choose from. And the media, fitness media does not help by providing all kinds of workouts claiming to be the best, the science-backed, yada, yada, blah, 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 like Pinterest, workouts everywhere, Instagram trainers putting up workouts all over the place. But what can end up happening is if you're grabbing a workout here, grabbing a workout there, doing this, doing that, and mix and matching all these random things, is you're not going to have the efficiency and the consistency and the results that you're looking for. So like Amber's asking, how do I make an efficient workout plan, right? So you're wanting something to be efficient. As a mom, how many of you have extra time in your day to just be scrolling around looking for a workout and hoping that it is what is going to get you the results that you want? Yes, Lydia, show me that strength. So we want to simplify this. Let me simplify this for you. I'm going to give you my framework for creating a workout plan. I want you to write this down. There are 7 primal movements. I could do a whole session on this. In fact, I have. And if you're interested in this, comment 7 primal movements. These should be the foundation for everything you choose to do when it comes to your movement. It is how your body is designed to move. That's why they're referred to as the primal movements. Hey, Samantha, I'm glad you're jumping in for this one today. So these are the 7 primal movements if you want to write them down or remember them. It's a squat, a hinge, a lunge, push, pull, rotate, and gait. Gait is like walking, jogging, running. Okay. So again, squat, hinge, lunge, push, pull, rotate, and gait. So you've got these 7 primal movements. And the best workout is one that you'll actually stick with, but the best workout will include these elements. And really, these should be the foundation of your exercise routine. People tend to make it far too complicated, trying to get all fancy with weird variations of things and target bazillion different individual muscles with 6 different types of exercises, all this stuff. And it's exhausting, unnecessary, inefficient. It can be intimidating and leave you feeling more lost and confused, like I can't get this right. Okay. So the entire philosophy behind my strength coaching is, unless you've been strength training for years and you know what you're doing, I recommend that you choose a full body routine that you can do 2 or 3 times a week. So I'm telling you how to design the plan right here. You're going to use the 7 primal movements and you're going to create a full body routine that you can do 2 or 3 times a week, right? This is for the beginner. Hey, Katie. Yes, Katie, this would be so good for you where you're at right now. Okay. Here's what you're going to do next. You're going to pick 5 exercises and you're going to get really strong with those movements before you change anything else. Okay. 5 exercises, you get really strong with those. And you want a workout routine that has at least 1 exercise for the foundation movements. Follow me on this. I'm going to list it out for you. Here we go. All right. Hey, Nancy, we're building a workout routine, an efficient one. Okay. So, quads, your butt and hamstrings, your chest, your shoulders, and your triceps, your back, biceps, and grip, and your core. 5 muscle groups that we're going to use. We're going to target these 5 muscle groups, 5 exercises. And are you ready? I'm going to give you movements with the 7 primal movements to match up with each of these muscle groups. Okay. So for your quads, that's the front of your legs. The primal movements will be things like squats and lunges. Any variation of a squat or a lunge. What's up, Courtney? Courtney, I'm telling you how to build a workout routine. Jump in. For your butt and your hamstrings, this is the back of your legs. The movements would be hinges. So like a deadlift or hip raises, bridges, hip thrusts. Step ups are also a good exercise to put into for that muscle group. The third muscle group was the chest, shoulders, and triceps. These are your pushing muscles. So that's your push primal movement. So that's, push-ups. That is the absolute queen of body weight exercises right there. Dips, overhead presses, bench presses. Those are all foundational primal pushing movements. Your back, your biceps, and your grip. Those are your pulling muscles, right? Right on. So that's going to be things like chin up or pull up, body weight rows, or bent over rows, bent over dumbbell, bent over barbell, bent over resistance band. I mean, whatever variation, you can make that up. And then for your core, this is your abdominals and your lower back. And I'm going to plug this. If you have not seen the Strong Moms ab rehab training, it's an absolute must watch. So comment ab rehab if you need to see that training. But the core, you're going to want to use movements like the plank, side planks, dead bugs, or movements like your I, Y, and T that help target your lower back and back stabilizers. Cool? So there it is, kind of laid that out for you, your 5 exercises and how to incorporate those foundational movements. Kara, you were spot on. Kara says, it sounds like strength training foundations that we did together. And now you know what I'm doing. This is my philosophy on strength training. And Kara is referring to the Strong Moms Strength Foundations program that you could get access to through the Consistency Club and my training app, if that's something that you're interested in. Some people want to do their own thing and create this on their own. So that's why we're walking through it. Other people are just like, can you just give it to me and I'll do it? And that's fine too. Everybody's different. Hey, Gian. Hey, Emily. Oh yeah, Emily, I can get you that training. Okay, so here's a big tip when you're designing your workout program, again, especially if you're doing this on your own and you want to be efficient. So for moms, I always recommend targeting compound movements. These are going to recruit multiple muscles at the same time because that's how you move in your life. Think about picking up your child, right? We do this all the time. You don't target one specific muscle, like only your biceps are going to work. Like you're going to recruit multiple muscles at once. And so by doing this in your workout, you're going to build a full body routine that uses only 4 or 5 exercises. Okay. And this is how, I say in Strong Moms, I'm training you to be a mindful, body confident, and fit for life. This is how you get fit for life. Okay. And then how many sets and reps should you be doing with all of these things? Now you've got your exercises figured out. You've got it, okay, I'm going to do squats, lunges, this. So in the spirit of keeping things simple, some general rules on repetitions when you're just starting out and building your own workout plan. If you are, raise your hand if you're the type of person who is looking to burn fat and build muscle. It's a very common combination for women in terms of goals. If that is you, I want you to keep your number of repetitions in each set around the 8 to 15 reps. And a rep is just like how many times you perform the movement. So you would do 15 squats, 15 lunges each leg, and you would continue in that fashion. If you can do more than 15 reps without much of a challenge, I want you to consider increasing the weight, or this is now where you progress the difficulty of the exercise. You always start with the foundation exercise. If you're adding squats in, it is the absolute basic form of a squat, right? If you can do 15 squats with no challenge, you either need to increase the weight. That's always the first thing. Increase the weight, get really strong in that movement. And then once you're super strong in that movement, then you progress the difficulty of the movement. Then you can add variations like back squat, front squat, squat, jump, whatever it might be. Cool? Awesome. The only thing you need to worry about with strength training is getting stronger the next time you do that movement. That is the focus, right? Erase, get laser focused on this. That is the only thing you need to worry about with strength training. Get stronger the next time you do that movement. Josie, if you're watching this, you are crushing it right now. Then this, you're getting stronger with each movement. And so what do I mean by that? It means that you either pick up a heavier weight the next time you perform that exercise, it comes up in your workout, or you do one more repetition than last time. Okay. Awesome. How are we feeling about building a workout routine? Who's going to do that? Who wants to build their own workout routine? Let me know in the comments. Or if you're the kind of person that's just like, I'd rather you just give me the routine so I know it's like all set up and I can just show up and do it. Let me know in the comments if that's you too. One other fitness question that came in was, how long should my workouts be? I love this question because there's so many mixed messages out there in terms of like, well, if you don't work out for X amount of time, it's not worth it, or you're not going to see results, etc. So how much time do you have consistently? That's where I'm going to come from. How much time do you have consistently, right? Maybe you have a wife and a husband and 3 kids, a dog, 2 jobs. You don't have a butler or whatever it is, and you need to focus on the time that you have consistently, not what any article or Instagram, person says about how often or how long you should be working out. So what I want you to do is look at the time you have and work with what you've got. Okay. Not the time you wish you had. Work with the time you have right now, and then I also want to key you in that you can break up your workout. Did you know if you accumulate 3 10-minute sets of exercise throughout the day to total 30 minutes of exercise, that is just as effective as somebody who does one 30-minute set of exercise? I need you to hear me on this. Consistency clubbers, I love this. Kara says she's a tell me what to do kind of girl, and I'm cool with that. Sam, tell me what to do. Katie says, I love using your scheduled workouts in a consistency club as the backbone to my routine, and then having flexibility to add components. I love that option. Michelle says, likes it given to me since I'm a beginner. Emily wants it given to her. All of these things are possible. And if you need help with that, that's why I'm your coach. Message me and let's get you hooked up. But in the consistency club, we do what's called micro workouts. The workouts are maybe 4 to 10 minutes is like, that was a long workout, Morgan. So like 4 to 10 minutes. And the goal is I need that movement to be approachable. I need that movement to be something that you look at and you go, of course I can. No excuses because it's only 4 minutes. Of course I can do it. And then like Katie said, you can use that as the backbone, the foundation. If you can only do 4 minutes, great. That something is better than nothing. And that is the time that you have. That is how long you should be working out. But Katie then mentioned having the flexibility to add components, right? So maybe she's stacking consistency club workouts together to make a 15 or 30-minute routine. They're built so that you can put them together to make more balanced full body workouts. Or maybe, like I know Lindsay in the consistency club does the consistency club workout for the day, but she's also incorporating a daily yoga practice. And she has time to do that. So you need to look at your time and what you have available. But no matter how much time you have, developing the most efficient workout is what's crucial, right? The time that you dedicate to that movement matters. So how are we feeling about that? So like that is how we put a workout routine together. How many of you, so a bunch of you are using the private app and using the workouts in there, and that's been helpful. Good. Emily says, good. Okay. So the second question, let's move right into nutrition. So I got a couple of good nutrition questions we're going to talk through. And nutrition is a little less straightforward. So bear with me as I go through this. So one of the questions I got was, how do I know if I'm eating enough or too much daily? And then she went on to say, with everybody being so different, how do I know if I'm doing right and giving my body what it needs versus too much or excess? And so if you're also wondering this, let me know, do you know how much you should be eating on a daily basis? How much is too much and how much is right for your body? One of the reasons why I stand firmly against diet programs or online calorie or macro calculators or workout programs that provide some sort of general equation for you to figure out your portions to go with their program is because these are all designed with the masses in mind. They are not, no matter how they sell it to you, ever going to provide a customized target or customized information true to your body and your nutritional needs. That is not what is available. You could go online right now and search for, nutrition calculator, calorie calculator, macro calculator, and put in specific information. I'm a female. This is how tall I am. This is how much I weigh. I'm this active. It is still going to provide a general target for you. Okay. And I know this because I'm actually a certified Portion Fix Master Coach. And for those of you who don't know what that is the plan that actually goes along with all of the programs online through Beachbody when I used to do that. It is not accurate or healthy for long-term wellness. It works for their business model because they have to serve the general population. In Strong Moms, I don't have to serve the general population. I get to serve you. And so you and I get to have that conversation about your lifestyle, your health, and what you need so I can give you that specific target. That's what makes Strong Moms and the Consistency Club stand out and be so different. You can bring your personal story to me and get a personal answer. Strong Moms is never going to be some sort of canned response for a billion people. And so when members, Consistency Club members and clients show up and they ask me this question, which happens a lot, how much do I need to be eating? There's no canned answer. I would have a conversation. Like I said, we'll talk through your lifestyle, your weight, because Amber nailed it in this question, saying everybody's so different. Your story is your story. But I am going to answer this question. I'm not going to just leave it at that. So she's asking, how do I know how much to eat? Let me give you some guidelines. Everyone has something called a basal metabolic rate, BMR for short, basal metabolic rate. In a nutshell, this is basically the total number of calories that your body needs to perform basic life-sustaining functions. Okay. And I'm talking about things that include like circulation, breathing, cell production, nutrient processing, protein synthesis. Okay. Basic life-sustaining functions. And the average basal energy expenditure, or for short, your BEE, your basal energy expenditure, so the energy going out for the American woman, this is just like to survive, is about 1,400 calories. 1,400 calories. That is what you need on just a basic survival level for your body to operate. Okay, this does not include any additional activity, walking, laundry, doing the dishes, working out. It doesn't include any of that. This is just at a basic foundation. Your body needs, remember, this is an average, roughly 1,400 calories. I can give you a specific number if I talk to you, but that's in general baseline. And now, most diets and calorie or macro calculators, if you mention anything about like weight loss or anything like that, they're going to assign you a calorie range of around 1,200 to maybe 1,500 calories and expect you to also be following some sort of fitness plan or workout daily. If you need 1,400 calories just to survive, how are you supposed to function optimally and have a healthy body and a healthy life on 1,200 to 1,500 calories a day? So that's where I'm at with this. So if you have no idea how many calories you're consuming, that's the first place to start. And I don't remember who asked this in the group, something about tracking their calories and maybe missing or whatever. And I'm not a fan of tracking for your health or for long-term. I am a fan of using that data to inform you so that we can then move forward and make the best decisions. So if you're like, I don't even know how many calories I'm eating every day, it is beneficial to do some moderate tracking to find out where you're at. Are you even consuming enough for the energy that your body puts out every single day? Who knows? A little bit of tracking can give you that baseline of data and information so that we can then make the appropriate personalized adjustments. Okay. And then I had a question come in. Let me know in the comments. Are you okay with this answer? Is this helpful? Do you need more from me on that? Let me know below. And then tacking on to this and talking about kind of like how much you need daily. Another question was how to do portions. Like, do you use a food scale and like weigh out portions and things like that? No, I do not recommend using a food scale or portion controlled containers or having to measure out your food and all that kind of stuff. Why? Because it is really unsustainable. Are you going to take those things with you everywhere you go and weigh out and count out every almond that you're going to eat? Early on, that's what I used to do. And that's how I used to coach people. And I laugh about it because it seems so ridiculous of an expectation. It was such a ridiculous expectation. I see that now, but in the time, I just thought that that's what I was supposed to be doing. That's what we were all supposed to do. If we wanted to get results with our nutrition, we had to weigh our food, count out the individual almonds. And I use that as an example because it created so much food stress and anxiety for me. If I had my almonds or my grapes or whatever counted and portioned out, and John, my husband, like reached over and took one or two, and I lost my shit. I freaking lost it. Like that is all I get. That is my portion. That is for me. You can't eat that. And it created so much stress. So instead, I do encourage you to use something called the PALM method. Who's familiar with the PALM method of portioning? Basically, the concept is your hand is customized to your body, okay? And we can identify portions of food based on your own palm. So if you're looking at your palm, a portion of protein for your body would be about the size and the thickness of your actual palm right here, the palm and thickness. So if you were having one portion of protein with your meal, this would be it. And guess what? This really does match up and measure up, guys. If I were to take whatever, chicken breast or a cut of tofu or whatever, my palm size and put it on the scale, it's going to be about 4 ounces. And that is exactly what you would need. So that's your protein. For vegetables, it's 1 fist. So if I ball up my fist, not like super tight, like, oh my God, but like, if I make a fist, a pile of veggies that makes about that size of a circle, that's going to be the portion. Carbs, so things like rice or pasta, starchier carbs, potatoes, things like that. If you make a cup with your hand and you fill this little cup, that's going to be your portion of carbs. And this also helps with eyeballing. When I go to a restaurant and I look at the food on my plate and I think I've got this massive pile of fried rice, I'm like, damn, that's like 15 cupped, portions. I don't think I need to eat it all. And that's a huge help. So thinking about your portions in that way, like using your palm, okay? Is that when it's swollen a normal size? Courtney, normal size. Yeah, the palm method is a really great tool. Another question that I had on nutrition was, should you eat when you are hungry or at designated times to avoid hunger? And they were saying that they could see kind of benefits of both, but on the concept, the base says that she's trying to work on recognizing the difference between a desire, a craving, and true hunger to help her react accordingly. And I love that that's a component of this question, because yes, you should be trying to tune in and listen to your body. Dieting doesn't do very much to help you be mindful. It doesn't do very much in terms of helping you tune in to what you need. But something dieting does really well is train you to actually ignore and distrust your body. So dieting actually teaches us, if you're hungry, ignore it. If you're craving something, ignore it. Or my absolute favorite is when it's like, oh, if you're hungry or if you're craving something, just drink water. Like, how does that help? If you want more of something, ignore it. Like this is you expecting to use sheer willpower to override your conscious mind and these behaviors. And if you're in the brain training, you know what I'm talking about. Some diets even create these very strict eating rules. Eat this specific amount of calories or macros, at 3 times a day and 2 snacks per day. And this is also teaching you to distrust and ignore your body because you're tuning out instead of being present. What if you aren't hungry at 3 o'clock, but you have a scheduled snack and you have a set number of macros that you're supposed to eat? That was me. I ate it anyway. I forced myself to eat it because I was tuned in. I was so obsessed with getting those numbers and those timings. I think I still have it in my phone. I used to have a alarm set for every 2 hours. And at that alarm, I had specifically what macros I was supposed to eat at that alarm. That's where it got to. So, over many years of practicing this, we've gotten really good at not trusting our bodies and not tuning in and understand what we need. So, what I would recommend with this question is to start tuning in to your body. I do recommend that you at least have 3 main meals a day, right? And that you are eating at regular intervals. Maybe it's not 3 main meals like a breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but maybe you're eating at regular intervals. That's a better way of putting it. That you're being mindful about that. You're learning how to listen to hunger, identify it, and respond to it, knowing your fullness cues. And some good questions to ask yourself are, do you only eat when you're hungry as a way to fuel and nourish your body? Or are you eating for other reasons? Do you have a clear sense of how it feels in your body when you're hungry, when you're satisfied, when you're full? Or are you still working on those cues by slowing down and being present at the meal? These are skills that we work on in the Consistency Club nutrition course. And so this is how you learn to kind of trust those instincts. And if you're answering kind of no to those questions, that's okay. In the beginning stages of learning that stuff about yourself, it's a little bit messy. So I would suggest to eat at regular intervals, listening to your body's cues, being curious. Am I actually hungry right now? When was the last time I had anything to drink? When is my next eating opportunity? And really question kind of those things. Lastly, I know we're pushing our time limit. If anyone needs to bail out, go for it. But there were a couple of questions on how to trust the process, how to know that the choices that you're making and the effort that you're putting in are actually making a difference. They're the right thing for you. And I want you to comment, that's me, if you are constantly changing your plans with your healthy habits. I want you to comment, that's me, if you're sticking to a system or a routine because if you aren't sticking to the system or routine because you get freaked out that maybe it's not the right thing because you're not seeing results right away or when you thought you should. So maybe you need to do something different. And you're hearing things like, oh, well, you have to change up your workouts every so often to create muscle confusion. And maybe your metabolism has gotten complacent or fallen asleep. And so you have to do X, Y, and Z to jazz it back up. Like if you hear these types of things and you think that you need to be making these changes constantly and all the time, let me know if that's you. So how do you start to build confidence and trust yourself in this process? You have got to commit. Why do you think I say commit, don't quit, right? I know it's tough. I'm constantly having to trust the process. I mean, even in building my business and building Strong Moms, there's always some new app to help me stay organized or a funnel to help bring in more people with less work or some ad telling me I need this newsletter, whatever, this marketing kit. And I mean, it's just constantly things everywhere trying to pull my attention away. Stuff that is distracting. But I know my vision for Strong Moms, right? And I am constantly being tested. If I were to stop and spend money on or give my time and effort to all these little distractions that look good, sound good, and are enticing, I would just be spinning my wheels and not getting anywhere. And the same is true for you in your wellness journey, right? The fitness industry's goal is to constantly be dangling the new, shiny, next best thing in front of you. This is how they stay in business. They're taking, whatever is the foundation, what I just gave you in terms of like how to build your workout. My gosh, companies are constantly coming up with the next coolest, newest, whatever, so that you'll buy it. And this getting focused on what your wellness vision is so that you can ignore these things is so key. You need to get crystal clear on your wellness vision. That is step 1. Step 2 is you need to stop chasing the carrot on the stick. Okay. Once you're crystal clear on your wellness vision, and actually that is exactly the brain training session in our boot camp today is knowing your wellness vision, because you cannot let that stuff distract you. Once you're clear on your wellness vision, you'll be able to see that is not for me. That does not move me in the direction of my wellness vision. No, thank you. And you'll be able to push that stuff aside, and you'll be able to know that you're on the right path. You'll be able to trust that the things that you're doing are moving you forward towards your wellness vision. It can take anywhere. It can take a minimum, hear me, a minimum of 58 to 90 days to create a new behavior or habit. What is a habit? it's practicing something enough until you can't get it wrong, right? It's practicing something enough so that it gets pushed over into the automatic mind. And we have that neural pathway that just can make that happen. It becomes a natural part of what we do, of how we behave. But a habit, as much as we talk about them, is not the outcome, right? The habit is a stepping stone to creating the lifestyle that you're looking for. Habits change, habits shift. We know this because we've talked about how to change them. And they should change. They have to change and shift with your season of life and where you are. But by starting here now with Strong Moms, you're on your way to developing these stepping stones in your nutrition and your fitness and your daily wellness behaviors that are going to lead you to a lifestyle of health, an overall transformation in the way that you are thinking about health and what it means to you, because you have a vision. I can't keep coming back to it enough, guys. So when your mind starts to play some of those tricks and you don't see results fast enough, and you start to become impatient, or you start doubting yourself when you no longer experience visible progress, but there's maybe other things shifting and going on in your life that are positive, connecting. I'm telling you right now, this is the key. Connecting to others, like in this community, connecting with others with similar goals and struggles is an invaluable piece to your success puzzle. Lean into this community, lean into my support, get connected, be focused. I would encourage you to tag one of the founding Strong Moms because they trust the process. They've already been through this. They know how to trust the process. They have been working. They were where you are right now, and now they're authentically working towards these challenges with the support of the community. Touch base with them. Women like Kara Wainwright, Cindy Howard, Josephine Gustafson, you could tag Lauren Powell, Morgan Craig Rose. You could tag Lindsay Martin. You could tag Katie Moss, Lisa Moore, Lisa Burkholder, Jeanne. She's on with us right now. She just said, I love Consistency Club workouts that are built for me, but the flexibility of adding the yoga and the walks. Jeanne's crushing it. And she's trusting the process. Touch base with her. Find out what she's doing. Let her give you some encouragement. Christine Stuver, Jory Baker. I would also say you could tag Orpha. I think her last name's Silfa. These women are trusting the process. They've kind of found their flow, right? And I'm not saying it's easy at all. Touch base with them, tag them, talk to them in the group, and lean into their support, lean into finding proof that it is possible to do that, because it's here and it's possible for you too. Ladies, absolutely amazing questions for this week. I think I could have done a full session on each one of these. I love it. So keep asking questions, because that is how you advocate for your health. That is how you advocate for your best life. Ask for what you need, ask for what you want, ask for what you're curious about. Strong Moms has literally everything you could possibly need in terms of your fitness, your wellness, your mindset, your behavior. I've been doing this for over a decade. And by being able to collaborate directly with the women in this community, I ask you for what you need, and I want to respond to that. This isn't just some like a cookie cutter thing that I've put together thinking this will work for people. Well, I'll just throw it out there. I respond to the community. I respond to you. I work for you. I want to serve you. And so you don't have to wait for one of these AMA sessions to ask questions. Okay. I want you to post in the group, ask, tag moms, tag me. You can also use the question form that I linked earlier in the comments, because we have it here for you. All right. Get focused. Forget all the dangling carrots everywhere else. Dial in and just be true to your wellness vision, because health is a daily practice, right? We say it time and time again. Health is a daily practice, and practice makes progress. Yes, practice makes progress. Girls, commit, don't quit. Can't wait to see you in the group this week. Take care.